Hello, Hamza.
Hello, May. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh, yeah, I'm good too.
Excellent.
Yeah, today, but it was exhausting day. I didn't sleep yesterday, and as usual, of course, especially nowadays. But I was traveled today. I traveled today.
Okay, where did you travel?
I went to Kadıköy with my friend, with a friend.
Where is that?
Kadıköy part of Istanbul, close to Asia side, close to beach, and Kadıköy, which where there is excuse me, I'm thinking is that Kadıköy, there's a place in Istanbul which famous famous place, maybe. Famous place, yeah. Is it clear? There's a place in Istanbul which maybe I can say it.
Yeah, so is it that
I'm
area that is famous, or is there something there that is famous for tourism or?
yeah, for tourism and people who usually go to Kadıköy generally for travel, for fun, and for
Clubs,
There's
like
club,
nightclubs.
yeah, nightclubs,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
beach and
So it's
social
a
life.
fun place.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah.
maybe California.
Like California. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Do you remember last story?
Mhm.
We talk about last story. I said you said we will talk about
Yeah.
again.
You have some questions, don't you, that you have to write to
Yeah.
answer?
Do you remember
I don't
it?
remember the questions.
Yeah.
I
Do you remember
remember the
by
story.
the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm checking right now. Where is? Okay. Edmund went to island and found the hiding place. He thought he would find treasure, but there was no treasure. Instead, he found a piece of paper. Write an alternative ending, maybe ensure that you answer the following questions. Is it clear
Yeah.
up to now? What is writing on the paper? What does Edmund do after he finds the paper? What happens to Mercedes and Edmund? How is your alternative ending different from the original one? Why? Explain it by comparing it to the original ending. Yeah, that's all. Actually, I don't know. I'm sorry for today.
That's okay.
I feel very exhausted. Yeah,
So you have to
exhausted.
think about what could be on the paper instead of instructions to find the treasure.
Yeah.
Or how, because on the
Uh,
paper, does the paper say, oh, the treasure is somewhere in the castle? Somewhere in Monte Cristo Castle in the story.
yeah. No, it's okay. Actually, the news story it would be, for example, he found, he finds a piece of paper Maybe my guess, of course. And I'm checking others. Do you have an idea right now?
Not yet.
Okay. I have an example.
Okay. Okay, so the question we should answer is what is on this piece of paper. So let's say there are no instructions as to where the treasure is.
Yeah.
But there is something different on it.
Yeah.
What could it be?
If instead of paper, treasure, he find a piece of paper instead of treasure. A new story. It would be anyway. I will write example. For example, it would be Edmund found a piece of paper. You can do this writing on the paper. When he found a paper instead of treasure, he was very surprised. Then he started to think. He became very difficult in this island, but there was no treasure. He sat on the rocks until sunrise. After he was a rock shining in the sun while he was going to the ship, there was a piece of paper under the rock that looked like a map, and then he took next to the paper. He went to the Marseille. He immediately went to his father's house, but there were voices inside the house. Mercedes opened the door, and they hugged. Excuse me. Yep.
Yeah.
But there was a gun pointed at them. He saw the judge. Edmund asked him, "What were you doing here?" Replied judge, "I thought you would be here when you escaped prison, but I didn't think it would take this long." And then the judge asked me, "Did you find the treasure, Edmund?" Edmund asked, "How do you know that?" He said he yeah, there are many wrong in this story. There are many mistakes. He said that's why I sent you to prison. Edmund said he couldn't find the treasure. A few soldiers came to the house and arrested Judge Wilford. The month passed. The month passed. Edmund married with Mercedes. After Edmund and Nicholas searched treasure together, and they find the treasure. In the book, Edmund found the treasure, but my alternative ending, he found a map. Also, Judge Wilford arrest. Finally, Edmund and Mercedes are getting married. Yeah, it could be an example for new ending. My friend wrote. Yeah. Is there anyone?
Okay. So your alternative ending, right?
Yeah.
He goes to the island. Yeah. Because he's looking for the treasure.
Yeah.
So he escapes the prison, and he goes to the island with his shipmates. Right? He doesn't find the treasure. And then he sends his shipmates away, says, "No, I'm going to stay here. You should go." There's
Yeah.
no, so this is the real story. the actual story.
Yeah, actually, that's true. He wanted treasure in the real story. He found a treasure, and then he sold a ship. Uh, he took a revenge. Wilford, Judge Wilford, and
He he
Mercedes
uses the money
was,
to take revenge.
yeah, he used the money.
Yeah. Okay.
If
Maybe.
there was no treasure,
Well,
it would be
maybe. What about maybe he finds the treasure? He buys the castle, right?
right.
And he lives there for 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
And everybody likes him
yeah,
because he's kind and generous. But during this time, this 10 years, inside he is thinking about taking revenge. He's thinking about Mercedes. He doesn't get married because he still loves her. And he decides that he must go back to Marseille, is it?
yeah,
He
yeah,
decides he must go back to Marseille to see if Mercedes is okay. Or maybe he writes a letter to is his father alive?
After Mercedes gone, went to went to Edmund. After Edmund, he died because he is alone,
Okay.
and
So
uh,
maybe he could send somebody like a messenger to Marseille. I want you to go to Marseille. I want you to find out what is happening with Mercedes. Is she happy? Is she sad?
no,
So maybe so he sends this person to Marseille. That person sees Mercedes. He sees that she is very unhappy. She has married a bad man. Yeah.
yeah,
So
with Fernand. Yeah,
Fernand, she married Fernand. Okay,
yeah,
and Fernand
she,
is bad. He beats her. She is very sad. She doesn't want to be married anymore to him. And Edmund decides, I'm going to go to Marseille and I'm going to kill him. And
oh yeah, it
I'm
is
going to
very
take Mercedes back to Monte Cristo Castle.
yeah.
Something like that. So he goes. This is
It is very sensible, by the
yeah.
way.
So he goes to Marseille. He fights with Fernand and kills him. And then he takes Mercedes away.
I'm sorry, I have.
So he rescues her.
What rescue, sir?
Well, she is in a bad
Mm.
situation. So he goes to take her away, but he has to kill Fernand first.
Yeah.
And it's important that nobody knows that he killed Fernand. Because if Fernand is dead, then Mercedes is not married anymore. And
Nobody knows.
and she can go with him to the Monte Cristo Castle and they can get married.
Yeah,
So he could go to Marseille. He could kill Fernand. And then he goes back to Monte Cristo Castle, maybe
with
by himself.
Yeah.
And then his messenger talks to Mercedes and says, Edmund is now a rich man. He still loves you. I have a letter from him for you, and he is asking you to come to live with him in Monte Cristo Castle and be his wife.
Yeah.
Something like this.
Yeah, it could be that. Yeah. It is very sensible than myself. Yeah.
So, do you want to write it or the ending?
Yeah, it is right. It is true. It is sensible. Yours.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Should we write it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Edmund escapes from. Where is he imprisoned? Is he in prison in France, or where is he in prison when he escapes? And he takes his friend's place with the
Chateau. Yeah,
chateau.
place name is.
Yeah, he escapes from the chateau.
From the chateau.
He goes. Edmund escapes from the chateau. Finds his shipmates and goes with them to Monte Cristo Island. They look for the treasure but don't find it. But do not find it.
Other ships go to somewhere because there was no treasure.
Tells his shipmates
he has broken arm. He's broken
to leave him on the island because he wants to keep looking for the treasure. He tells them that if he finds it, he will share some of it with them. Yeah? So they go away. Edmund keeps looking. Edmund then finds an old man who and he finds an old man, tells him he is looking for a treasure. The old man tells him that there is a rumor that the treasure he is looking for is somewhere in the castle. So that's so far. Edmund. How many words do you say this has to be? 200?
Yeah, over 200 words.
Yeah, about 2. So can it be more?
Yeah, 200 and
200 minimum.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can need we need a bit more.
Edmund is excited by this. And okay, hang on. The old man says that many people have tried to find the treasure but have been unsuccessful.
Yeah. What did you say last?
Yeah, the old man says that many people have tried to find the treasure but have been unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Edmund goes to the castle and asks for a job.
Oh.
Okay. He becomes a servant to the Count of Monte Cristo. And over the next 5 years, looks for the treasure everywhere. Eventually, he finds it.
Yeah. He find a piece of paper.
He could, maybe he finds a, okay. He finds a book in the library that has a note in it.
Yeah.
He finds a book in the library that has a note in it. This note gives him some clues. He keeps looking for the treasure using these clues, and eventually he finds it. By the time he finds the treasure, he has lived in the castle for 10 years. The Count loves Edmund. Like a son. And
Yeah.
He dies because
Who?
he is very old. The Count had no relatives And Edmund is surprised when he finds out that he is now the owner, finds out that the Count leaves him the castle and all his money. He decides
Wow.
now.
I'm so surprised.
Yeah, he decides now that he has the treasure that he may have a chance to win Mercedes back. He has never stopped loving her. He goes to Marseille, discovers that Mercedes is very unhappy with Fernand, is it?
Yeah.
And keeping her prisoner. He challenges Fernand to a duel and wins. Fernand, he shoots, to a duel and wins. Fernand is dead. Villefort. Is Villefort still there? Let's see. Villefort finds out that Edmund is in town and tries to arrest him and arrests him. Mercedes is clever and helps him to escape. She before getting him out, she goes to see his old shipmates and tells them about the treasure. There is a note from Edmund asking them to find a ship to take them all back to Monte Cristo. Island, where they can live like kings, where they can live like kings. They all return to the island and have a wonderful life.
Yeah. If you want to finish, I think it is enough.
Yeah, I finished now. That's it.
Wow.
That's a lot.
But that's incredible. Yeah.
So what do you think? You
Yeah,
happy with that?
I like your story.
Yeah.
Just I have a correction, just one. Edmund escapes from the chateau. It could be Edmund return to France, because normally Edmund don't know. Edmund meant Edmund meant the France after escapes from chateau. Normally, just we can correct this. After that, it is very big. It is very great.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Well,
like
I'll leave you to do that.
just one line.
Mm.
First paragraph, just one line. Edmund return, maybe. Edmund.
Well, this is this is at the beginning when when he was he escapes from the chateau. The man there, I can't remember his name, teaches him things, and then he swaps the body. He goes into the sack, and he escapes the chateau, and then goes to Monte Cristo Island. So this is what happens in the story, but then everything changes after that. Everything is different.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it is enough.
So I think it's right.
Yeah, I think. I thought maybe after that it is a very sensible story and very interesting and very adventure. It,
Yeah, sure, exactly. I mean, there's another enemy, isn't there? You could put in there. You've got Fernand, and Villefort. Oh yeah, so we don't. Yeah, well, Villefort arrests him again, but he escapes again.
yeah,
It's fine. Yeah.
Villefort for in this real story, Villefort will poor people, poor man.
Becomes a poor man. Yeah, well, maybe because Edmund escapes again, Villefort loses all his power.
Yeah,
because people laugh at him and they think he is no good. He's not good at his job, and he and he loses all his money and his power because Edmund escapes a second time.
Yeah, Villefort escapes from Marseille. He goes to other countries because I usually forget his name.
Maybe Villefort is exiled.
Yeah, Villefort exile. No, before exile, he went to other countries because what is the king of name? Bonaparte.
Yeah.
Villefort come again, and then he frightened and he. I can't say probably because I'm so tired today. I'm sorry for.
Okay, well, I think what are the other questions? Because you have two more questions you need to answer.
Yeah, the other question.
I think it's best to move on to those two questions.
Okay. How is your alternative ending different from the original one? Why? Explain it by comparing it to the original ending. It should be short, Just
Okay.
yeah.
So my ending, my alternative ending, in my alternative ending,
Yeah.
my alternative ending, Edmund does not return immediately to take revenge on Villefort and Fernand. He waits. It is 10 years. It is 10 years
Yeah.
before he makes this decision. He only decides to do it to save Mercedes from the evilness of Fernand. Yeah. The original story, what happens to Mercedes in the original story, in the other normal story?
Fernandez died, and Fernandez died from Edmund Dantes. Edmund Dantes go where doesn't know, and Mercedes, yeah, he lives on, and then, but without Edmund Dantes, original, at the original one. Edmund Dantes goes to somewhere where don't excuse, I can say it, doesn't have known, don't have known place.
Yeah. Okay. So another difference is in my. It does not return to take. It is 10 years before he makes.
I'm checking.
He decides to do it to save Mercedes from evilness Ferdinand.
Yeah.
He also becomes. He also inherits Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
Castle.
He will happy. They will happy.
Yeah.
I like according to yes, I have my usual sentence.
He shares he shares the treasure with his shipmates, with his old shipmates.
Yeah.
Does he do that in the real story?
Excuse me?
Does Edmund share the treasure with the shipmates? He doesn't. But in your story, he does.
He doesn't share.
Yeah. Okay, so in your story, he does.
Yeah. Could be. Or maybe not, because he share herself.
Yeah.
Just only herself, because
maybe he becomes a good man. And takes care of the people he loves. Instead of the greedy person he was at the beginning of the story.
I changed before. Yeah, I changed because. Yeah.
You know, and he changes because he has this fantastic relationship with the count in the castle, Monte Cristo Island. They very become friends. He thinks about his life. He stays there for a long time. Everybody loves him, but he likes him because he does lots of good things. And in his mind, he doesn't care about the revenge anymore.
Yeah, I thought that.
He's not angry anymore. He just wants to make sure Mercedes is safe.
Yeah.
So it's a story where he changes completely from the beginning at the end.
Yeah. He very love Mercedes. I like. Thank you because of your recommend, because it is sensible and very clearly.
Okay, what is the third question?
No, it's finished actually.
You don't have. Oh, you only have 2 questions.
Yeah, one question includes all.
Yeah,
and other question is 2 other.
we just did.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
we have finished.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Actually, I want to learn from you relative clauses, because relative clauses backbone English, complicate sentences and development sentences. For development sentences, I can say it.
Yeah.
Because of that, I want to practice. About relative clauses. Okay, so let's start, teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. Relative clauses, defining and non-defining. For example, after that, I will prepare a document. Okay. Harper Lee is the woman who that wrote to kill a making. Before that, I will say the rules. We use a defining relative clause equals a relative clause pronoun plus verb phrases to give essential information about a person, place, or thing. We use the relative pronoun who for people, which for things, animals, and where for places. We can use that instead of who or which. First rule, I can explaining example. Harper Lee is the woman who or that wrote to kill a mockingbird. It's not important. Mockingbird. Harper Lee is the woman who that wrote to kill a mockingbird. The sentence. Is it clear?
I didn't understand the beginning.
Yep.
Can you type it for me?
Yes, sentence or
type the sentence for me.
I am not writing as you.
It's okay.
Okay. Have a good enjoyment. It seems different. Yeah. Good. I wrote a tent.
Harper Lee, yeah.
Harper Lee.
Harper Lee is the
Probably
one.
you know this.
that wrote or who wrote. Yeah. Okay.
I wanna make a sentence as this sentence.
Similar. Using who.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want sentences using who, which, and what's the third one?
Yeah.
You've got who, you've got which, and there's another one?
Yeah. Who and which.
Just who and which.
Who and which. Whose.
Whose.
Also. Yeah.
Okay. Whose, who, which.
Yeah. Where. And then.
And what?
Where.
Where.
Yeah.
WHERE.
Yes. Where. Place. Name of place, for example.
Well,
Where.
let's do some examples with who.
Yeah.
So we could say, okay, we could say Barry is the teacher who I remember the most.
I think there are more. Yeah. Yeah. Barry's teacher who I remember the most. Yeah.
Or you could say,
yes, I agree with you.
Okay.
And
yeah.
Barry, for example, Hamza is student. Hamza is the student who I no, it is not who I remember I've seen him.
Who I remember the most, you could say.
Yeah.
Or you could say, Hams is a student who I will always remember.
I will always remember.
Hams is the student who impressed me the most.
Yeah, maybe it is true, but I don't agree with first because I am not a good person.
Okay.
Good student.
Yeah.
Barry is the teacher who I remember the most. Yeah. A relative pronoun plus verb phrases. Yeah. I remember, for example. Or the man who lived here before us was a writer.
Yeah.
The man who there's the, for example, I can I will try expand it. The man was a writer. The woman lived here before. For example, two sentences. Is it clear? Is it?
No, that didn't
correct?
work. That didn't work.
The woman who lived here before us was a writer, normally.
That's good, yeah.
Can I say it as a different two sentence?
Mm-hmm.
The man was a writer. The woman was a writer. The woman lived here before. Yeah. No. Yeah.
You could say the woman was she was a writer.
She was a writer.
She lived here 10 years ago.
And she lived here 10 years ago.
Or,
she lived here before.
So yeah, so you can join the two, and you could say the woman. She was a writer who lived here 10 years ago.
Who lived here 10 years ago? Yeah. Or yeah. We can use that instead of who or which.
You can, yeah, but it's better for, yeah, she was the woman that lived here.
She was the woman that lived here
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
But who is better? She was the woman who lived here 10 years ago.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
Okay, or another things. Yeah, the man who you saw at the party was my boyfriend.
Yeah. Okay. Now you can also, right, not use who. So I mean, you can say the man you saw at the party was my boyfriend. So you could say the man that you, oh, okay, yeah, that you saw. Yeah, the man you, but you can say the man you saw at the party.
Was my boyfriend.
Or you can say the man who you saw. Right? So sometimes you don't have to use who.
Yeah, in this, the man you saw at the party. Yeah, the man who you saw.
So they're both okay.
Yeah, the man was my boyfriend. Yeah, and then join it. Joined. Excuse me.
Yeah, enjoying it. Yeah. The man who you saw at the party was my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or is my boyfriend.
Okay. Another simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wanna. Pardon, teacher. I'm checking. Where is this?
Mm-hmm.
I want a competition with you. Yeah. There's a competition, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do with you. Can you tell me? Yeah. The name of the city where the 2016 Olympics Games took place. I will ask. I will ask to you with relative close. I'll trying to.
Okay.
You will check that.
Mm-hmm.
You will check this. The name of the city where the 2016 Olympic Games took place. A. Rio de Janeiro. B. London. C. Tokyo.
Yeah. I think it was Rio.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Question is correct, by the way. Where? The sports company, I think, which? No. Where? The sports company, which slogan is just do it. Which
Okay. So you would say which sports company? Which sports company has the slogan "Just do it"?
No. The sports company, which slogan is just do it. Is it correct?
No. You have
Where?
you'd have to use which at the beginning.
For example, how can I say at the question the sports company where, which, or
You could say
slogan is just do it.
you could say the slogan "Just do it." The slogan "Just do it" is the slogan. Okay. Slogan "Just do it" belongs to which company? Okay, so you could do it like that. The slogan "Just do it" belongs to which company?
The slogan just do it belongs to Which company? I wrote this. How can I say instead of blank? Sports company.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I
Or
understand.
which sports company or which? Yeah.
Which is correct is?
The slogan "Just Do It" belongs to which sports company?
Yeah, which?
Yeah. So it's use of which.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Hams, I have to go.
Yeah, you have another.
Call coming in.
Okay, you have another reservation.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I'm free. I think at 8:30. Yeah, I should be okay at 8:30. If you want to talk again.
Can you send a message after?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
When I'm free, I'll send a message.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for everything.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right. See you later.
Bye, Hamza.
Bye.